Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fred Science where we are playing more Monster Hunter World. What an amazing intro that was. Anyway, off camera, I fixed my issue that I made, my problem that I created last episode, and I made the Wrath Meal beta. I couldn't handle it. I had to get a beta. Because I'm fairly certain I'll be rocking this for a while for my poison setup. So, yeah. No, I had to do this. Other than that, I can make one of these two. I think the one with handicraft and poison. That's poison res. It's not poison attack. Huh. Today I learned, I guess. Well, I guess we're gonna make this one then. The beta version it is. God, I can't read. I just see, like, I see poison, I'm like, yes, of course, poison. Welp. Because that makes me lose 2 points of poison? Like 2 levels of poison, I think? No, only 1. Okay. So I basically just need a poison gem in one of my slots. Do I have one of those? Is that even one that I should be able to get that one, but I do not have that at the moment. I guess it's not too big of a disaster. I do just want to get the set bonus though. That's one of the most important things for me personally. To just empower the poison. Which, you know, makes a lot of sense. I find it really funny how, like, this pink Rathian freaking skirt is, like, has the pink scales, and then what can you dye? Oh, yes, of course, the cloth underneath. And I'm like, come on, buddy. Why? Why is this the way it is? Oh, well. Anyway, we now have all of this. So since I did, like, another Rathian hunt off camera, I managed to, or like a pink Rathian, I managed to get at least a little more of these monster hormones. But I refuse to go out of my way to grind these things most of the time, so we're just going to continue. Alright. Let me first go and randomize whatever set I'm going to be using now. Which was going to be number 5. Number 5 being the Baroth. And let's take a gander, because according to my list of monsters... of course, it's all just complete already. That's funny. I guess I gotta go and... I gotta go and look at the boys. Because the next one is like the Legiana, and then it's Odogaron, so... Wait, that's weird. Is it because I haven't gone into the Everstream yet, that the game is not giving me these? Thing is, if I go into the Everstream, I will unlock the next tier of stuff, which I guess coincides with Legiana and Odogaron and all that stuff. And, like, Rathalos. Because I'm fairly certain I'm going to need similar materials. Let me check the Rathalos gear. That's a quick and easy way for me to check. Let's take a look at what the Rathalos gear requires to make. Does it require any ore, or is it all just Rathalos bits? Son of a bitch, it's all Rathalos bits. That's me hoping that the game would actually, you know, help me. Because this all does seem to be rarity 6. Because I think there's like Dodogama stuff, which is rarity 5 still. This is a really confusing part for me in high rank, because now I just kind of don't really know what to do next. Because according to the list of stuff, it's Legiana, Odogaron, Rathalos, Diablos, and the Kirindin. But Kirin is not unlocked in high rank yet either, so there will be like a lot of other monsters in the way before we get there. So this is just, like I said, this is a very confusing little part for me. Alright, so for the sake of just unlocking more stuff, let's just head into the Everstream, do what needs to be done over here, grab some bits and bobs in there, and we'll, yeah, we'll just go and get all of the stuff out of the way. Then I can unlock more armor too, that I can maybe use. So I'm moving real fast, please stop walking. This is the first time, not just... Yeah, I'm assuming just like I'm already there. This is so weird. This is so amazing, right? Yeah. There's so many crystals in here, like a trip on. Super huge. How many more? Exactly. But I'll tell you what. This place is sizzling with bioenergy, and that means the monsters around here are trapped in the crystals. Admiral, there's something that's bothering me. Which is? One Zornak was telling me here inside the Iron Veil. There's something here worrying me. Who knows you? Well, we do have one clue. Nurgigante. Right. Nurgigante and Zornax. We've always seen them together. Must have had his own reason for coming. And not just him either. The fact is, those are powerful monsters that hold themselves up in here. We need to track them one by one. And maybe we might just find a pattern. Right. Of course, I'm ready. I will say the Admiral is probably one of my favorite characters from this game now. I just love how little shits he gives. Anyway, we now... What the fuck?
Get those legs moving. You've got monster hunting to do.
You just set the thing! Right. There are some things to be gotten around here. I probably should have eaten food actually, but whatever. So, there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's like 2 smaller creatures around here to kill. One of them is this bugger over here, the Barnos. So I'll give you a talon and I think a wing maybe, if I'm lucky. I'm not sure if they actually drop wings or not. It doesn't really matter too much though, as long as I just get like 1 piece of Barnos stuff, I should be good enough to check what the actual drops are. So, or what the actual point. To fuck. That way I will know what the gear will give me. There we go. Got some bone piles with maybe the same stuff, but I feel like there would be like something special. I think there's the unidentified skull. It's one of the things you can get around here. I'm fairly certain. So yeah, the entire idea is to go out and grab the tracks of Nurgigante, and as you can see, also sight all of the monsters in the Elder's Recess.
Nurgigante's trail.
Those are the things that are expected of us. And that is what we shall do. This is also where my last series ended. And this in all of the freaking monster games. At least all the ones I've played. Anyway, I'm gonna run now, see you. It's time to do some more exploring. Aha, here we go. Want some chill shrooms to get some cool drinks when I go into the warmer zones. There's also some deposits around here, which are new food items, of course. So I got True Barrel and Blue Barrel, which means I already have the 2 things that I can get from it. Although I think there's 3, but at the same time, I don't know when they unlock, and I should probably look it up. Should have looked it up like forever ago, but oh well. Oh well. There's also a new piece of ore around here, which can be gotten from the normal ore piles in the form of yep. Now in the form of fusium ore. And fusium ore is, I think, the final ore type in the base game. And in turn also the most annoying one to get. But it's required for, you know, lots of different stuff. As is usually the way. Let's go and waltz around here. I don't remember specifically where the Nurgigante tracks are, so I will most likely be just running around the area. And cutting out some of the mindless running around that literally leads me nowhere. But I will also show some of the more interesting things. At least that is the idea. I actually have no idea how me in the future is gonna deal with this. I don't want to go down there. I'm gonna jump down over here. Yeet. Just want to go and get this camp location down here. Right in here.
Build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos.
And then there's some piece of ore up here. Some mining outcrop. How do I know these exact locations? There's Dream Core. And there's the Fusim. There's a barrel deposit all the way down there, but that's not really important, at least not for me. Right, let's go down here. And then there should be another monster around here somewhere. But I'm also checking for other tracks around here. I know there's an Nergigante track around here that I missed when I played originally. You have to find a lot of like Nergigante tracks and they're surprisingly hidden. And now we've got, you know, we've got the most annoying monster in the form of
Looks like you've been hit with blast blight. You better do something before you get blown to smithereens. Nergigante has been
at least I
here.
got that one.
We're on the right track.
And yeah, we now have to deal with, like, we're now introduced to a Blast Blight. Which is like fire in a similar, like... Which is like fire, but it doesn't do constant damage. Instead of doing constant damage, it is a debuff that lasts for a certain amount of time and will blow up if you get hit. Again. Or just after a certain amount of time. So you kind of want to remove that if you can. But once again, I'm going to be ignoring these monsters, because... there's other monsters that have been standing in line for a longer time. So I'm not gonna let I'm not even gonna let Dodogama skip the line. Right, now we got the deeper parts over here, which does require a cold drink if you do not want to take constant HP damage. I was saying HP damage, well, I guess because cold would lower your freaking stamina. But cold is something we don't even have to deal with until Iceborne, so I'm getting a decent amount of fusion, that's nice. Don't really know how much of this I'm gonna need, but probably a decent amount though, considering I need to upgrade my weapon, which is probably upgraded with fusion. I know that there's some armor that unlocks at this point too, so we'll have to see what that armor is going to give me. Oh, okay. Apparently this triggered the cutscene, even though my character's now on the opposite side of this lava lake. And then we have Lava Seoth, which is another really... Well, you know what Lava Seoth is? Like, Uragan, I just hate Uragan. I hate dealing with him, but it's actually like a proper fight. Meanwhile, Lava Seoth, it's just nothing. It's just an empty shell. With the emphasis on shell. The way that Lava Seoth works is that, like, his, he basically has, like, obsidian around his skin. And the thing you need to do is heat up, like, either by him just going into the lava or doing the digging thing. Oh, shit. Oh, it's also fire cell stones. Oh, forgot about those. So either by him just diving into the lava or diving into the ground, or you hitting him with some kind of a fire slinger ammo. You need to do that to break, or to do proper damage to the part. That, or you can also tenderize it, but you know, tenderizing is not an ability that was in the original world, so you'd have to deal with it in a different way. But the thing that Lavasiov does the most, and which is what makes him really annoying, is the fact that he tends to stay in the lava and shoot fireballs. So a lot of the times you don't even really get to properly fight this monster because he's just in the lava. And that right there is what makes that monster such a, I would say, non-monster, because sure, he has his own like little things that can be dangerous, I suppose. Like, it's still a monster, it can still kill you, but it's more an annoyance than it is like an actual interesting fight, or like a, you know, it almost feels like you're fighting a small monster instead of a big monster. Old footprints. Those are extremely rare, by the way. Finding tracks of Lavasiov is kind of rare, because Lavasiov rarely leaves the freaking lava. Right, Gaia Amber, and then Dragonvein Amber. Nice. Cool. Just got both of them immediately. Awesome. Also, as you can see, I'm in combat, so my scout flies.
What is Nergigante doing here? Well, what matters is we're hot on its tail.
Did you find it? Then let's head back to Astera.
I like how they say that, but I know that if I head back, I'm just gonna have to go and look for more tracks. Also, these are Gastrodon, which is basically like Kestodon, but then with a freaking mane on their head. They even attack similarly, I just noticed. But yeah, there's a helmet that you can make from this guy. Or from materials from this enemy. There's also other upgrades that you're gonna need some Gastrodon carapace for, I think, specifically. So you may as well get them when you're here. Let me see if I can get that freaking skull, because I think the skull allows me to make another helmet. Hey, there we go. No? No. That's a... Oh, yeah, no, it is. Okay, I thought it was a super rare thing. Thing that makes you dig twice. Oh, brutal bones. Okay. Looks like there's also bones that I forgot about. Man, just learning so many things. That is interesting, though, because I did go out of my way to get some of these bones things. But I'm kind of surprised how long it took me to get that brutal bone. I thought that there was a bone drop, but I was very quick to just dismiss it. And just be like, ah, it's not important. Joke's on me. It kind of is. Still one little place we have not seen yet. I mean, there's also two other places, but those are locked behind, like, some stuff. Behind, basically, story. I think there's another, yeah. Another bone pile over here. Hope that they will not hit me while I gather. I've just found a really rare thing, and you decided to knock me out of the way then. You fucking little... This is so typical of these freaking small monsters. They're just there to annoy you. Especially a critter like this, which is really non-threatening in any way, shape, or form. Like, normal Gyros and Jagras can at least, like, do something to you. These guys are just here to annoy you. How are you not dead yet? Fucking die. Alright, so my question is that still going to be there? Okay. Oh, that's for the Dragonbone Relic. Okay, it's the other way around. Where the skull is the normal rare one, and Dragonbone Relic is the really rare one. I may as well just fucking carve these guys. It's literally just saying, like, while I'm here, may as well get him, you know? Especially if I've already killed him. There we go. There's Oregon. Going to his nest, which is kind of annoying because that's where I'm going to. Any brutal bones, please? Nope. No brutal bones for me. I just get a quality bone, not even a brutal bone. Disgusting. Right, let's go and get these 2 pieces of ore over here. Doesn't seem to be any more Nergigante tracks, so I guess I did get all of them. I thought they would fill out the entire investigation, but I think you still just have to go on quests to continue your investigation like you do with the Pink Rathian. Right, cool. So that has basically allowed us to see, I think, the entirety of the map, excluding some places that you can only reach when story is happening. So yeah, cool. Let's GTFO. Head back to the workshop and take a good old gander at what we can make. As I switch, yeah. And lava sea off scale, that's funny. Optional quests, wild chicken, grand foie gras. That's kind of funny. The optional quests also. I wonder if those are just specifically for the monsters that I've now seen, or if it counts the monsters I've seen before.
You can do this.
Stop burping, Fredchies.
We need to study Nergigante's tracks more. We just don't have enough data yet.
There it is. There it beeth. Hello.
You all good?
Alright, then we got these quests, or like that quest for
Hurry back
upgrading more stuff. Soft soil, which is a new fertilizer that I don't really care too much about. So there's just a lot of side quests now, which makes sense. We've just basically unlocked like another tier of stuff. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go into the other species, just to unlock this next tier, because I'm fairly certain that those quests also kind of like combine. Or what am I talking about? The monsters and the current quests combine in terms of like the materials that you need, the stuff you need to do. Alright, let's take a look, shall we? So, as I had figured, there's already one upgrade. Hard bone for that, hard bone for that. That's the Diabolos Carapace, I'm fairly certain. Hard bone for the bone stuff. Oh shit, I have enough. Oh, I got Inferno Sacs from the Pink Rathian. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me that. Nice. Cool. Right. Monster just hard bones. I'm just gonna need a crap load of hard bones. This over here is Lava Seoth. So at some point I'll have to make another Great Gyros blade, but whatever. Yeah, it's just gonna be all hard bones all the day. All to do that day. Thunder Sacs for this. God, this is gonna be horrible. Pink Rathian Scaff, I want to make the defender thing. Look at that shit, by the way. 1008 damage. A crap load of blue sharpness. And like 360 blast damage. That is ridiculous. Anyway, I can make the Chrome Razor. Which I guess is not a bad thing to do. Although, I kind of want to wait, actually. I also want to... My idea is to start, like... basically putting all of these in my list. All the stuff. There we go. So all the stuff that I know that I can get right now. Lugiana is technically the next monster, but haven't fought it yet, so I'm just gonna leave that for now. So it's just for all these like little side things that I'm going to need, aka all the hard bones and the randomized monster parts that I'm still missing. That's kind of what I'm going for right now. Right. And then I can... yeah, I'm just gonna add this. I first want to check out the armors before I go and make any weapons. Oh boy. Skull Mask gives handicraft, which is pretty handy. Critical eye on the spectacles. That's actually pretty dang good. But then I would lose out on vitality. And some... Yeah, I would just basically lose out on vitality. That's what it comes down to. Well... nuh-uh. Thunder attack, health boost on those, defense boosts. So it looks like... I know that this one I'm definitely gonna need. This one I do not really know if I have any other lightning parts. I should go and equip my lightning stuff and check. Ice attack on these random ass pieces. But I'm not really gonna make these because I am fairly certain that the Legiana stuff is gonna be better for this. Then we got Gastodon helmets, which is flinch free and blast res, which I don't really care too much about. No freaking Barno stuff? Because I did get Barno's stuff. So I'm kind of surprised that it's not in here. I did kill Barnos, so... maybe that's a thing for later on? No. I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Alright, let's swap to my lightning set for a second. So I can check what armors I'm going to need. So look at that shit. Because yeah, we've got the... okay, yeah. So it's only the pants that I have, which is 2 levels of lightning up. But it doesn't really matter too much because lightning... because it's not like a debuff element, so I can just make all of this. So let's go and add this one onto the list, and this one onto the list. Okay. And now we should have a better idea of what all the things are going to be that I'm going to need. Oh boy. Okay. So. Need more Gastrodon horns, actually. That's surprising. More Thunder Sacks, more Great Jagras Claws, more Tsuchiyaku Claws. That's so funny. Puke Carapace, but that's only one of them, so I can get that in one quest. Grand Gajah Whisker. So these two are a non-issue. I mean, all these things are a non-issue, really. The Thunder Sacks are the things I'm worried about the most. And then there's, you know, the 27 hard bones I need, which is the real freaking problem right there. That's the real freaking problem. I'm gonna be grinding all of these little things off camera. It's kind of my idea. The Fusium I'll just be getting as I go to the other 3 sets. Maybe I'll just get those off camera too, depending on how many hard bones I have. Or if I need Fusium. That may just be a thing to do off camera. And I think that's probably going to be it of requirements. So I'm going to just keep my Fusium alone for a moment so I can get these ingot pieces. That's kind of my idea currently. Alright. So now we know everything on that front. Do I have any materials that I've used up? Yes. Don't immediately need those cold drinks. Let's take a look. If, so we now have all of these. Yep, Dodogama is indeed in this earlier tier of stuff, which is funny. I find that to be pretty funny, but it makes sense for Dodogama because he's kind of, you know, he's just a little, you know. Unlocks a botanical research slot for, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah. All of these are now unlocked. Autogeron, Legiana, whatever. Raphalos, Diablos. There's also Black Diablos. And Azure Raphalos. Which are 2 monsters I just have to spot. And then they'll be on this list also, I think. But that would also, you know, make... There's a chance that Bazogus is in there, and I don't want to find Bazogus, because if I do, then he'll be in my investigations, and I don't want to deal with Bazogus. If I'm being honest. Not even sure. I think Bazogus is in this tier, so probably going to have to start fighting it. As much as I don't want to. So, in theory, if I follow my rules from before, Dodogama should be the next one. So, Dodogama it is. Which is going to be interesting, and pretty cool, actually, because this is going to unlock my ability to get to get hopefully an armor set that increases my my blast damage. So I can finally get an armor that will work for my Zora Magbo's set. Right, time to go in with the Rifler's gear against Dodogama. That's definitely not gonna end badly. I don't even know if Dodogama is going to give me the bones that I need, so that'll be funny. If after all of that effort I still don't get the freaking bones I want. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is not in that tier, so... I checked earlier today which monsters would give me those, and I'm fairly certain that Dodogama is not in there, so... We will not be advancing that in any case. Which is fine. I can deal with that. That is very much acceptable in my book. Alright, yet again, just dropped us near one of these things. May as well get some of this stuff. While I'm here. Back to the camp. It's really a little bit stupid in this game that this is a thing. It's like a relic of the past where we used to have, where it used to kind of matter, you know? But it really doesn't matter anymore. Right. May as well grab the Wiggly Jiggly. And fight our Dodogama. Whom I expected to be here, but he is not.
Nergigante has been here. We're on the right track.
May as well get some Gigante tracks too, because, you know, that's part of the fucking main quest. Get some bone piles too. There's still a lot of stuff I need, so... Although I'm not getting any brutal bones. Apparently. Hello, Dodogama. Right, I'm gonna cut your tail. Dang it, I stopped too early. Fucking I missed. What is happening to him? So his roar is strong enough to stun you, so, you know, you really don't want to... want to keep that in mind. Oregon is in the back too. And that guy's a real issue right there. Alright, so Dodogama's mouth is a part that you can break. You can break the front legs also. This is basically like the Great Jaguars, really, in terms of its weaknesses, except you can cut off the tail of this guy. As opposed to the Great Jaguars, of whom you cannot cut off the tail. Other than that, the thing that he mainly does is just like run, like do a charge attack, and try and... It kind of tries to stay away from you. And if you get close to it, it just kind of flails around a little bit. Because it always tries to hit you with basically artillery fire. It's trying to shoot rocks at you. Like that. Let me nab this. Grab these also. But yeah, he's also very similar to the Anjanath, where if you hit him hard enough when his mouth is charged, he will be knocked out of it and be a little bit stunned. He's not going to be as stunned as the Anjanath. Like, he won't fall on the flickering floor. Can I please just... One thing that I have noticed, which kind of bothers me about Dodogama though, which is what makes me not enjoy this fight, is the hitboxes of the explosions. Because they're massive. Like that move, if you're not already moving or blocking them some kind of a way, you're most likely going to get hit by that. And that's something that I don't really like too much. Also, apparently, perfectly failed that freaking wallbang. So every single time you knock him out of this fire mode, you're then going to, like, he's then going to require to eat rocks to be able to get his thing back, so... That is why it is pretty dang powerful. Are you serious? This became angry again. Let me just go and carve this then while you're just nibbling on some rocks. In the lava, of course. Okay. Welcome to the Elder's Recess, where monsters can run into the lava and get knocked into the lava, but you cannot. Resulting in these awkward little situations. Where I'm just gonna have to wait for him to crawl out of the freaking lava. Oh, loud he's running.
I think that about does it for Nergigante evidence.
There we go.
Let's report back to the ecological research team.
And there we flippin' go. Research done. Took no effort. I should probably be able to break his head with this hit, I think. Especially because his head is now tenderized because I hit it so many times with the claw. There we go. I don't usually tenderize, but at the same time. If it happens, it happens. At least I won't be doing it too much in the base game. But it depends entirely on the monster. And what I feel like in the literal moment. So we will see. But when we get to master rank, I will definitely start tenderizing. In case anybody is bothered by me not tenderizing. Which I can very much understand because tenderizing is ridiculously powerful. Oh shit, I'm gonna blow up if I don't remove this debuff. Okay. Now I've got Uragan over here. Wanting to join in on the quote-unquote fun. And Lava Chef is also here now. Everybody is here. Oh, he fell asleep. Thank you, Oregon. You are just wasting my prime opportunity to hit this. Are you kidding me, dude? He's very weak right now, so I'm gonna just dip. See you, bitch. Alright. Also, the Origami is gonna climb up there. Well, I cannot. And I currently do not have the freaking tunnels opened up, so... You need to... What do you even need to do again? To unlock the Gajalaka. That's something that I should actually check out. If you unlock the Gajalaka, you'll have tunnels that you can use around this area. That's basically shortcuts. You can use the tunnels as shortcuts. You can pick up Gajalaka at very specific places, which are pretty good, and you get a pretty good tool, so... You get basically like the DPS tool for the cat. Which can be pretty useful. He says when he hasn't leveled up any of the other tools, but that's, you know, beside the point. It's not important. They're small details, you know. Let me refuel myself. Well, those are pretty good drops. Name some pretty fine drops you got there, partner. I think those are nutrients? Not nutrients, like nursing extract there. Right. A new arena quest has been added. Hey, nice. Okay, I found the trick, you guys. I've just found the way to
It's almost time.
to make my life great. If I just keep myself in between these things when there's like an investigation of this kind, then I won't have to listen to people yap. Which is freaking great. Setting up camp, Barno's hide. Okay, I didn't get everything. I thought that there was something else. It just never freaking gave it to me. Okay, so that's why I don't have the chest piece unlocked, which is interesting. I thought this game was different. I thought this game was better, actually. Oh. How wrong I was! Right, you have another quest for me probably to get another tool.
All right.
Yep, I'm not doing that.
Want something making?
Nope, I'm Gucci. I don't think that there is a Dodogama blade. Yeah. The only blast weapon that I have at this point, the only blast weapon I have at this point is Zora Magro, so. Where is it even? Oh, that way. However, speaking of that one blast weapon, it's still a tier lower, but that's fine. Blast res, blast attack. Blast res, bombardier, artillery, and blast attack and capacity boost. Okay. Yep, time to add it to the list, I guess. At least I have a wyvern gem this time. Need more jaws and hides, okay. And more tails. A lot of tails, actually. Surprisingly enough. But now I'll finally have at least something that will increase my blast attack. That is not Zora Magdaros. I refuse to get anything from Zora Magdaros. Except for the weapon. That's the only exception that I make. Right. Boom.
It's almost time.
Why does it do that? The voice acting in this game is an experience, and I'm loving every second of it, honestly. Do you? Because like it makes for fuck. I went to the workshop again. It makes for like memorable voice lines, you know. It's just stuff that sticks with you when it turns a little bit weird. That's a Dodogama. Dodogamo. Donk. Something tells me that this thing is very resistant to blast. Nah. Not really, it seems. You fucking... Not sure what's worse, though. Oregon or freaking Bazargus. I think Bazargus is worse because Bazargus, like, literally goes out of its fucking... What are you doing? Why? Why did you feel the need to hit that freaking guy? Who do you think you are, Dodogama? Nice. Please give me another piece of hide. Either one of you, please. Thank you. Nice. Nice. I love how he sleeps in the freaking ground, though. I think everybody loves Uragan also. It's an extremely cute monster. Right, cool. And yeah, there it is. Master Bone Plus is what I get from this guy. Which makes sense, because he's like a tier lower. It's interesting to me, because you fight like Pink Rathian, which is a tier higher, and then you are introduced to a monster that's a tier lower. That's an interesting little thing. Do I have all the bits for Dodogama there? I cannot see it over there. No, I'm still missing a tail. Let me check the Barnos chest piece. Just to see what it's like. There it is. Heat Guard and Iron Skin. Yep. Nope. Don't care. Let me go and make this over here. And add it to my Zora Magro set. Probably should have done that before. Whatever. Whatever, man. Do I need any ore in this thing? Nope, I don't. Okay. Let me go and upgrade this blade then. This is another thing I was going to do, is like basically only upgrade these if I have like stuff like the Fusium when I am using the weapon, or I'm gonna use the weapon. That'll make it feel a lot nicer. 13 pieces of Fusium. Wow. That's pretty... Isn't that funny, huh? It's always funny when a monster is like angry at you. In the meantime, they're the one who actually ran in here and got angry for no fucking reason. Bro, I have literally shat on you. Like, why are you still here? I did not mean to kill you, but... well, I don't have enough investigation to see it, so... Is that the amount of hides I need? I don't know. Wow, look at how shit these rewards are. I'm missing, like, one, aren't I? Yep. Yep. Sure, I'm missing one of those. Oh. Yet again. I even had enough information to see if he was going to, like, if he was weakened or not. The game did not tell me. I didn't see it. At least I'm fairly certain I had enough investigation. Yeah, there it is. I can see it now. Random Oregon scale got. Yippee. Blast attack and capacity boost. Capacity boost, what does that do again? Gives it a gun lance's shell capacity and charge blades file capacity. Yeah, awesome. I love that for my freaking Greatsword. Whatever, man. Right. I want it for the blast attack, and that's it. The rest is not important. Let's go and do that. Alright. Let me just go and randomize again. Number 5. The barrel again. It just loves the barrel set, doesn't it? Alright, so now we are technically, we've technically reached the point where we can fight the next tier of monsters, which is going to not really require, but I am going to find the remaining monsters. So Rathalos will be up in the trees. I think if Azure Rathalos is in there, then Azure Rathalos will be a little bit lower down the trees. There is the pickle. Hello, Devil Joe. Right. So now we've got him discovered. So now we can also see him on the map when he's just hanging out in an area. I know that this can be, well, that it can be everything really. I'm looking for Black Diablos also. So let me go. Where is this? This is, wait, southwest, northeast. This is one. Thinking again now. Northeast, yes. My east and west are bad. They're real bad. Well, in any case, we got our Devil Joe spotted. Who is probably one of, if not the most dangerous normal monster in this game. Well, in the base game, that is. Alright, so let me show you the magic of Bazagus. Or Bazagus, whatever. Come on, get angry. I know you want to get angry. Come on. Do the roar. There we go. Now give it like a couple of minutes. There he is. There's Bazagus.
That is one frightening monster. Those scales. Be careful, partner. This is gonna be one nasty fight.
So, the way that Bazagus works is that it basically treats any territory as its own. Oh fuck, Devil Joe. Hello, Devil Joe. Please, just let me pass. Why are you leaving? What are you doing? Anyway, the way that Bazagus works is that it treats any territory that it's in as its own. As a result, any monster that roars in its territory, aka the entire fucking map, yeah. It'll go after whatever the hell is there. So, good luck. Right, let's go back to Astera. And now I have to kind of reload a little bit. The places where, well, yeah, Black Diablos can, as one would expect, only spawn in the Wildspire Waste. And Azure Rathalos can spawn in both the forest, the ancient forest, and the Elder's Recess. So, those are the two areas I want to check out if you're looking for these specific monsters. Right, and there's Azure Rathalos. Azure Rathalos is really just a blue Rathalos. However, it's a more aggressive version. Well, aggressive in a sense of it likes to fly more. That's the kind of aggression it goes for. It just flies more. I need my IRL food buff. And then I can go and do something else. for a little bit. And there it is. Black Diablos. Diablos. Black Diablos is a female Diablos who is very horny at the moment, literally and figuratively. And it's also really just a fucking crazy version of Diablos. Like, Black Diablos is fucking insane. That thing is on a different level. Let's take a look, because I don't think I have unlocked anything else to look at the moment. Yeah, so as you can see, that's interesting actually. I can get up to rarity 7 with this thing at this point. Because if I take a look at the materials I would still need, like this is Diablos, like I think it's like Bloss Medulla or whatever, and the Omni Plagia sac. I think there's Valhazak Fangs? Claws, one and two. Same for this thing, Elder Dragon Blood. This is just a Nergigante weapon line. Elder Dragon Blood. This is Lavasioth. And that's like a Rathalos material, I think. The red one. This is either Valhazak or I cannot think of his name. Kushalador. Jesus Christ. So these are all like Elder Dragon levels, except for this one, I suppose. Oh no, wait, it could be Teostra main actually, it's probably Teostra, yeah. So yeah, you can just get like a rarity 7 weapon over here. But just fighting a blue Rathalos, which is really not really not that difficult. That's an Elder Dragon Bone. This is the Valhazak weapon line. That is a Valhazak Fang again. Elder Dragon Bone. New Gigante Claw? Maybe. This is Diablos Carapace. Elder Dragon Bone again. Elder Dragon Bone again. This is the Kirin Horn. Makes sense, just Kirin stuff. That's Xenojiva Carapace, I think. If that's even a thing. I think it's Xenojiva though at this level. Same with this one, and then a Nergigante thing, I think. Or is this Basilgoose even? This could be Basilgoose actually. Basilgoose, Basilgoose. I don't fucking know. This is an entirely Kushalador freaking weapon line, so at some point we will be rid of this horrendous fucking weapon. And we will be able to go into that place. And this is a Xenojiva, so okay. That's interesting. Then we've also got a Deviljho weapon. We've got an arena weapon, which for which I need to fight Nergigante. Let me actually go and take a look at that now. Since I have the time, let's go and take a look at the optional quest that I've unlocked right now, so I know which freaking monsters are available right now. I don't care about that one. Still have some side quests to do too. Although honestly, the only one I really should care about is the Gacha clan. The other ones are not important. Rathalos rematch. Rathalos in blue, yep. The red and blue crew, don't care. Diablos, Two-Horned Hostility. Legiana, Odogaron. Lavasioth. This guy. Oregon. Another blue Rathalos. It just depends on which, like in which area you fight them in. That's the only difference. Basilgoose. And then this other freaking random ass side quest that I don't care about. So yeah, that's a lot of monsters, eh? Hey, let me go and check my hunter's notes too. Because yeah, we are probably going to be going with Legiana, Odogaron, Rathalos, Diablos then. Kirin is not available at the moment. Oh, that's interesting. Basilgoose is actually lower than I expected him to be. Or higher, I guess, in terms of how you look at it. So basically, once we're done with Diablos, we're going to be going after Basilgoose. Then Deviljho? Really? What the heck? I mean, I guess. I guess we're going to do that then. So Basilgoose, and then we're going to go into Deviljho, Lavasioth, Oregon, Azure, and Black Diablos. And there's 3 more monsters over here, which is, I'm fairly certain, it's just Teostra, Kushalador, Then there's this is Nergigante, I think, too. And then we've got some other stuff too. So let's go and check out the arena quest for a second, because I need to check something. This is not the arena. This is my house. Right, time to go into the gathering hub. There's no event right now, so I'm not gonna get my... Although I think now that I've gone to this place, my handler will always change outfit when I go to this freaking place when there's an event, so... Something I don't really like too much. Because sometimes the outfits can just be... Like, I mean, I like some of the outfits, but... the outfits can be very distracting in cutscenes. Very disrupting, even. But I suppose the way that I look can be very disrupting, too. Right. So... Here's the arena class. Who has their own quests. In the arena, you... basically just get freaking sent in to fight random ass monsters. But also with an already pre-made gear set. So you cannot go in with your own gear, unfortunately. Now let me take a look at something for a second. Because this is where stuff starts to become a little bit confusing for me personally. Because I know that you get... I know that you get coins. Meanwhile, you guys can enjoy the vibe of this music. Whilst I take a look at the arena quest. So let me check. Because this is a rank 6 arena quest, for example. Which is against Dodo Gamma. Which would give you Gamma coins. And Hunter King coins. Hunter King coins... all these coins are usually used... Wow, Fred. They're usually used to make weapons. Let me check... what's the other quest I have? Like, the level 1 arena quest. Which is just a Slay Puke Puke. Which will give you... a Pinnacle coin. Which is used for Brigade armor. I don't care about the armor. Like, I can... Let me freaking, like... Let me make one thing clear. I'm not doing the arena for any fucking piece of armor. That is not worth it. That is very much not worth it. I can tell you that. I mean, actually, what am I saying? It could be worth it, but man, like, oof, I hate doing the arena. The arena is also very much made to be multiplayer content, so the result is that you will suffer a little bit when you do this alone. Let me check a Baroth coin. Yeah. So I'm going to need 4 Baroth coin. Wait, what do I need for this freaking Wyvern Jawblade? Because, yeah, this is the question that I was wondering about. Requires obtained Rathalos coin, is what it says. Well, oh, I see, I need a Rathalos coin, okay. Or 4 to be precise, that's so many coins. That's already too many coins. Okay, yeah, so it is correct what's being said over here. So I could get the Baroth coin and the Hunter King coin. Like the 5 Hunter King coins I need. You know what, let's go and do that. Let's just, as the final thing in this episode... Actually, I can smell food, though. I'm gonna get fucked, aren't I? Alright, fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Let's go in. Your food doesn't work. Nothing really works in here, so you just go in and you do it with the stuff that it gives you. I'm still gonna be using Greatsword, so we are gonna go for this one. Right. Let's go and see... Max Potion to get my health up. Well done Steak to get my stamina up. I have a health booster. I have a shock trap, mega barrel bombs. Okay, you also don't get your palico, so... It is just you take what they give you and you do your fucking best. That is the way of it. Hey, get angry at me, bitch. Do not turn around, you turd. So the main priority in this quest is to basically kill the monster as fast as you can. That is the main objective. With, of course, the absolutely horrible gear that they sometimes give you. Let me go and put down a trap. Because he is currently angry. There we go. God's sake. That's so fucking slow, dude. The nice thing is, depending on the monster, sometimes they will not be able to do certain things that they would be able to do outside of the arena. So like the Baroth, for instance, is not going to be able to get his it's not going to be able to refresh his mud. Same as with Radoban, who will not be able to get his bones back. What? Ugh. The muck. But the monsters, like outside of the gear not being the best in terms of the setups that you get, you're also dealing with the monsters being scaled for 2 people, in case you're wondering. That is something that somebody has told me, so... Or maybe it's like a 1.5, like whatever. They're in any case beefier than they would be normally. Added on top of, well, everything else. The other thing is, depending on your score, it will increase the rewards you get. So in this case, I would get a Baroth coin. Like there's 3 ranks, there's A, C, and A, B, and C. Why did I go that way? Anyway, it's A, B, and C. Out of 3 ranks you can get. Depending on that, you will get 1, 2, or 3 coins, I think. And then there's also a rare chance, a pretty fucking rare chance, that you will get an extra coin. And then you also, of course, get the pinnacle coin, or whatever the hell other, like, overall coin. You have, like, a specific monster coin that drops depending on which mission you do, or which arena quest you do. And then there is the other one. And then there's the overall coin of a certain tier. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that I hit his freaking head. Let me go and use some large barrel bombs. Oi. Get over here, bitch. Let me go and put down the mega barrel bombs too. It is a pretty good idea to use basically everything you have, honestly. I'm gonna sharpen my weapon. And I guess drink my freaking first aid now. These are also things that were introduced before Iceborne was a thing, so you should be able to do some of these things without tenderizing. Although tenderizing would probably help. But yet again, I kind of refuse to do that, so I hate the fact that that happens there. I don't like that. Just Baroth in general is like kind of annoying to fight from time to time. Because the result a lot of the time with Baroth is that like he'll just turn around and make it so that I hit his head. That is all he will be doing. He'll just be making it so I bounce off of his head. Unless if I have blue sharpness, which I can have with this weapon, but I definitely won't always have. I should pick up this freaking sling armor. It's a slinger's thorn, that can be pretty good. dang it. Now that I actually want to hit his head, I cannot hit his head. Typical, really. He should be pretty close to death, though. He does have a skull on his head, after all. I don't actually know how long I've been in here. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get an A rank. I'm not good enough at the game to get an A rank on my own. Even with 2 people, that can be pretty difficult, so... I usually try to go for the B rank. So that I at least get 2 coins. However, this guy's being an absolute bitch. Also, since we're now here, I'm also going to give you the information that this is my least favorite content in this game. To me, the worst part about it is just the fact that it is required to get some gear. I understand that, you know, you'd want to be able to give your players a reward for doing something. Especially when it is, you know, challenging and stuff, but, no. To me, it's just a pain in the ass, because, like, a large part of Monster Hunter, to me, is the gear building. And having fun with all that stuff. So, the fact that you then get thrown into a mode where you don't get to use the gear you want to use, that's just, yeah, don't like it. I don't even think I'll be able to use my Greatsword for all of these. I'm not sure, though. I'll have to see once we get to the Rathalos one. And if you're wondering, the Rathalos one is not just a normal Rathalos one, it's an Azure Rathalos one. Just, you know, thought I'd mention it. And yeah, I didn't even get any 100 King coins. But yeah, I did get a B, which is pretty decent. So yeah, I need to do this one twice, and then I need to do... then I need to do the Rathalos one with an Azure Rathalos. I need to do that one twice, at least, if I can get the, you know, if I can get the B rank. And then there's still 100 King coins, which are, you know, just RNG whether or not I get them. And then I can get myself a single weapon. And the best part is, to upgrade it, I'm fairly certain I'm going to need more coins. Yes. Then I need Brute and Flying coins, which are both pretty bad. Yeah, wow. I hate the arena, you guys. Never tell you how much I hate the arena. Well, let me tell you, I hate the arena. So yeah. We are now, unfortunately, gonna have to deal with that in the future. But that is not right now. That is after we've beaten Nergigante. Then I'm gonna need to do it. And then I will also do it. If needed, I am also maybe just gonna call some friends up to assist me in that. Just because it's more fun with friends. And more bearable with friends, so. But anyway, that is going to finish this episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fritz Night, where we played more Monster Hunter World. And in the next episode, we are going to go and start our next tier of grinding, really. With the level, I don't know how many, how many stars quest. We're just going to start with Legiana in any case. Goodbye.